Hello everyone and welcome to the lecture on Amazon Elastic Container Registry, Amazon ECR. So this lecture will contain all these topics. What is Amazon ECR? Components of Amazon ECR, features of Amazon ECR, private registry concepts and private repository concepts. Okay, what is Amazon Elastic Container Registry? 1. AWS Managed Container Registry. Amazon ECR is a fully managed container registry service provided by Amazon Web Services, simplifying the storage and management of container images. ECR ensures the security, scalability, and reliability of your container image registry, providing a robust solution for managing your container deployments. ECR supports private repositories, allowing you to control access to your images using AWS Identity and Access Management, AWS IAM, resource-based permissions. So there's something called as AWS IAM resource-based permissions. So that applies to container registry. You can specify which users or Amazon EC2 instances can access your container repositories and images, ensuring secure and controlled access. ECR is compatible with Docker images, Open Container Initiative OCI images, and OCI compatible artifacts, providing you flexibility in the types of container images you can store and manage. You can use your preferred command command line interface CLI to push, pull, and manage your container images in ECR, making it easy to integrate with your existing development and deployment workflows. So components of Amazon ECR. First one is registry. So an Amazon ECR private registry is provided to each AWS account. You can create one or more repositories in your registry and store Docker images, Open Container Initiative OCI images, and OCI compatible artifacts in them. Second component is authorization token. Your client must authenticate to an Amazon ECR private registry as an AWS user before it can push and pull images. Third, repository. An Amazon ECR repository contains your Docker images, Open Container Initiative OCI images, and OCI compatible artifacts. Repository policy. You can control access to your repositories and the contents within them with repository policies. And finally, an image. You can push and pull container images to your repositories. You can use these images locally on your development system, or you can use them in Amazon ECS, Elastic Container Service, ECS task definitions, and Amazon EKS, Elastic Kubernetes Service pod specification. So I think it should be clear, but there are two major components. One is the registry, which is by default you get in every AWS account. There's only one. And under that you have repositories for, let's say, for every project, or you can create as many repositories as you want based on your business needs. Okay, features of Amazon ECR. 1. Lifecycle policies. Lifecycle policies help with managing the lifecycle of the images in your repositories. You define rules that result in the cleaning up of unused images. You can test rules before applying them to your repository. Image scanning helps in identifying software vulnerabilities in your container images. Each repository can be configured to scan on push. This ensures that each new image pushed to the repository is scanned. You can then retrieve the results of the image scan. Cross-region and cross-account replication makes it easier for you to have your images where you need them. This is configured as a registry setting and is on a per region basis. Pull-through cache rules provides a way to cache repositories in an upstream registry in your private Amazon ECR registry. Using a pull-through cache rule, Amazon ECR will periodically reach out to the upstream registry to ensure the cached image in your Amazon ECR private registry is up to date. Okay, now the major private registry concepts. So the URL for your default private registry is something looks like this. So you have HTTPS followed by your account ID, the number, 12-digit number, then it's fixed. So DKR is fixed, then ECR is fixed, and then the region, whichever region you have chosen, and amazonaws.com. So this is dynamic region and your account ID. And by default, your account has read and write access to the repositories in your private registry. So we are talking about repositories which are part of registry. So you have only one registry, but you can have multiple repositories. However, users require permissions to make calls to the Amazon ECR APIs and to push or pull images to and from your private repositories. Fourth, managed Amazon AMR ECR provides several managed policies to control user access at varying levels. You must authenticate your Docker client to your private registry so that you can use the Docker push and Docker pull commands to push and pull images to and from the repositories in that registry. Private repositories can be controlled with both user access policies and repository policies. The repositories in your private registry can be replicated across regions in your own private registry and across separate accounts by configuring replication for your private registry. And lastly, repositories. So some private repository concepts. 1. By default, your account has read and write access to the repositories in your default registry. However, users require permissions to make calls to the Amazon ECR APIs and to push or pull images to and from your repositories. Amazon ECR provides several managed policies to control user access at varying levels. Repositories can be controlled with both user access policies and individual repository policies. Repository names can support namespaces, which you can use to group similar repositories. For example, if there are several teams, if there are multiple teams using the same registry, so let's say team A can use team A namespace and team B can use the team B namespace. And so by doing this, each team has their own image called, let's say the image is web app, with each image prefixed with the team namespace. And this configuration allows these images on each team to be used simultaneously without any interference. So team's A image is, for example, team A / web app, and team's B image will be team B / web app. Your images can be replicated to other repositories across regions in your own registry and across accounts. And you can do this by specifying a replication configuration. So there is something called as replication configuration in the registry settings. And that's all. Thanks for watching.